everyone, and
Hey,
welcome to Season 3 of the Cubic Cauldron SMP.
Oh, yeah.
Woo! So...
I was paid to be here.
Yeah.
I'm gonna switch to survival real quick. So we do...
Look at him trying to get back up. Fail.
Fuck you, Sam.
We do have a lengthy intro today, so let's try and be quiet for
I'll just stop recording.
the whole
No problem.
entire... Okay.
God, please.
Well,
It's only funny because it's true.
So this season, you all know that we are going to try and be a little bit more organized. So welcome to the junction. This is where all the shops are going to be and where all the pathways are going to be leading to all the respected areas or biomes. So we are going to have theme-inspired biomes, currency, and maybe some twists later on in the season that will be pretty cool. So,
Wowzers.
inspiring themes will consist of just examples. Tree houses for jungles, medieval for plains, logging villages for taiga, ice harvesting colony for snowy and icy biomes, dark oak, oak and birch will be mystical or fantasy building types, and Savannah Oasis?
Mesa Desert.
That was my idea.
Yeah. And then the desert will be kind of like an ancient theme. So that's going to be pretty cool. One thing I do suggest is, since there's no way of us really knowing where each kind of theme is going to be starting, just place chords of certain biomes. We're going to have a bulletin somewhere here at the junction. Just place the chords so everyone else knows where those areas are.
Okay.
And I guess I'll start with players. So we have returning Andrew. He's not here. It's Mother's Day, so that's a thing. We have Bugsy, Flouzemaker, Sam, new person, Kingsy,
Hey.
Boobub. Okay. Well, we have
As soon as
myself.
that happened, Kingsley tried to knock Sam up.
Did you just skip me?
Listen, this is bringing
I
back
said
memories. Let's just
you.
carry on.
You did? Okay.
I did.
You're
Wait.
triggering him.
I was distracted.
Children
by people hitting
play.
each other.
Children.
You started
We have
it.
Sainter, Matthew, who's not here, Musalog, who is hosting the server this season. We have Rocky, aka Ben, who did. Oh, yeah. Bugsy and Rocky helped with command blocks. We have Lucas, who could not make it, and then we have the Sonic Joey as a new member. We are missing one, but that's just because he hasn't gotten back to me. I don't know if he wants to play in this season or not, but he would be a new member. And another thing is, you guys probably saw the villager over there. He is going to be our banker. Whose horrible microphone is that? Yeah. So.
And the banker is special currency as well that you can only get through trading with him.
So if you go over here and you write.
Do you want to suggest, do you want to tell us
really
what you
write
can actually trade?
But it is CC, so it's 8 iron for 1 CC, which is just kind of
Cubic
gold.
currency.
Yeah,
cubic currency.
And then we have 1 diamond for 8, an emerald for 8, 1 gold for 1, and 32 for a block, but a block counts as 100 currency for later on in the season when
and they're going to be
we're
one
kind
of
of
the OP items.
Yeah. And then another star for a stack. So that is pretty cool as well. Another thing is just about every single mob will drop their respective egg, but it will be rare. So witches can drop custom potions, squids drop fish named calamari, Iron Golem, Blazes, Shulkers, Wither bosses will also drop different rare items. And if you fight the Ender Dragon, there is a 25% chance that you will get the egg and a 5% dropping of OP tools and armors. The higher the level of the OP item, the more rare it will be. And that is all I have to say. Is there anything I am missing?
Yeah, do we really have to have Sam here? Yes!
Well, welcome to season 3.
Welcome back to the Cubic Cauldron. It's season 3. We've just begun. You've heard the intro. I did my initial caving, and that's the loot I got. And I had 37 levels, so I enchanted 1 Silk Touch pick, 1 Efficiency pick, and 1 Diamond Axe with only Unbreaking, sadly. Didn't get better enchants than that. You can't win every time. But yeah, and I've decided right behind these mountains there is where we spawned. You saw that in the intro moments ago. And I decided this island here would probably that's where I'm going to be setting up shop. That's going to be where I'm going to be building my base. Though it's going to require a lot of terraforming, it looks like. And Matthew starved. Yep. That's it. That's a GG. So I think I might end up removing, the top of this mountain just because of this part here. And also I want to make a bridge to that landmass over there. And eventually probably a bridge over there, or at least over there, you know. And that's the plan. That's the plan. So I've got a lot of mining to do and a lot of wood chopping to do because making the bridges is probably going to be number 1 thing to do before anything else. I've got a cave that I can put my stuff into for now down there. You saw it. And that's what I'm. Ooh, I got 30 levels. I could go enchant a shovel, or maybe a sword. I could enchant a sword. Okay, I'm gonna go do that. I'm gonna make a sword. You know what? And a shovel. I'm gonna make them both, and we'll enchant whichever one is better. We just need some lapis. There you go. And apparently I can't craft a sword. There you go. There you go. now you've noticed, like, my texture pack doesn't actually exactly work. I just directly ported my 1.8 texture pack to 1.9. And that's all I did. Did not do anything else. So there's there's a lot of stuff that is not quite compatible in the direct port. So the crafting menu is definitely wonky. Still in the Cubic Cauldron, I'm exploring. I had to, obtain materials to build stuff. And I found this horse because I fished up a saddle and decided, I'm going to take it. I need a name for the horse. And I need a name for this dogge. I only had 2 bones, so I only got 1 dog. But also, almost fell straight down a hole. Found an igloo. I don't know if that's the one Mad Saner found. I think it is the one Mad Saner found, actually. It's just a regular little igloo that doesn't have villagers stuff down there. Yeah, there's no basement for that one. Oh, Matthew's on. I didn't even notice. He's getting all his stuff. He's getting that stuff done. All right. Congratulations, Matthew. But yeah, need a name for the dog, and I need a name for the horse. I am looking forward to reading your suggestions in the comments below. Back home on the Cauldron, I've built the bridge. As you can see, the pillars were something I had to do over and over and over. And, over and over. Like that's the 3rd version and the final one. And what happens is, like, I was trying to do the pillars symmetrical, but what actually ends up working the best is making the hole symmetrical. So you have the holes be symmetrical, and then the columns you just fill it in with fences, and it actually looks great. It looks very good. There's a nice gentle curve that's harmonious, leads up to what will be the castle. But let's go check that castle out from up close. I've got 2 roads leading up to it, of course. I've got the bridge. Great. The other part, I've got this winding path up, around and over into the mountain here. Not the mountain. And where there's the main house here. I'm going to have multiple, like, little constructions on this little island, including another part here, and then I'm going to add a little harbor at the bottom. But let's move on up and go to the bed, and let's talk about building this. And sleep the night away. Now, the good part is, like, you may have noticed, Rocky's AFK at his fish farm, which I will build a fish farm, like, at the harbor at the bottom of this island somewhere, but that's not urgent to me at the moment. I just want to, like, I'll probably get to work on the roof as soon as I can. But let's talk about building stuff. Okay, so the idea in building and just making an interesting build is, of course, to have depth and texture. But here we've got a small build, so I don't have a whole lot of room to make many levels. Like, typically the best way to add depth is to actually make it deeper. Make your walls like too wide, or even like have them jutting out like that, and that way you have volume, you have depth. Another trick is to play with textures. So in a flat place like this, and this is like flat out flat, but if I wanted to have enough room inside, like if I had these walls coming inside, I'd have like a just one wide thing here. What would I do with that? Nothing. It's not useful. So I need more space, and to have more space inside, then that means I can't have these walls going inside. And the trick then is to add volume through texture. And so you have all these similar textured blocks, and by placing them in different ways, like this, basically, you manage to make volume and texture and make the walls interesting. Because when it's like flat, especially in a medieval build, of course, because when you get a flat wall of like oak plank wall and it's all flat or something, it's boring and kind of ugly. You can do flat walls, especially if you're going for very modern, sleek builds. But usually you do those like with quartz or something like that, and then you can make some modern, sleek builds. But here we're going for medieval. Now, in this here part, I have the same problem as here. But I'm planning something for this house that I want to. What happens, like in those medieval times, it would take since they were building with very primitive technologies, unlike today where we can build houses very quickly. In the medieval times, anything you do would take a long time, of course, because they didn't have the technology to build very, very quickly. That's how you know that some cathedrals that they would build would be multi-generational projects where it would actually take more than one generation of builders to complete. But of course, now this is just a home. But what would happen in homes is like they'd start with a small shack or a smaller home, and then they'd build an extension, and then they'd build another floor, and then they'd build an extension. And that's the kind of feel I want to bring to this house. So I want this part to feel like it's been added later, like an extension. And I want like the first floor to look like it was one build, and then they decided, this house has become too small, we got to make bigger. So they added later the second floor. Ow. And so I want this part, and this part to all be different, yet to all work together. So that's why this part here, I'm working on a different type of walls. And up there, I'm gonna have sandstone and probably birch. So there's gonna be stuff. But here I've got the same problem. I have very, very little space yet I need to create volume and depth. Here I did bring them inside because I do have just enough room for that. But I want depth. I want volume. I want the field to have walls, but not too big. So yeah, I came up with this design here, and I think it is working really good. I think it's working nice. So that is what we're gonna be busily building, and I'm gonna need to make some more. So I'm just gonna build, and that's what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna build. Don't panic. I'm just gonna build. That's all. But that's the whole idea. You get it? You dig? How did I do? Yeah. No, I shouldn't have removed those. Those were exactly what I want there for now. Now, there's going to be another thing here, another feature to this house that's going to be a little bit unconventional. I want this part to not be inside the house. Here. I don't want this to be inside the house. So basically, I want the main doorway to be here. And because I got the horse over there, and I want to be able to travel with the horse and go through here and use these stairs. So I want to dig this part out, and there's just going to be a pillar and no walls. The walls are going to be here, and they're going to be here. So that's and then they're going to be the top floor over this. That's some of the things I'm planning here. And they're like, Flouz, you might be overextending yourself here. And I'm going to put the plank here for now, because it's just easier to place these things with a block here, and then you remove the block later. But let's try and look at what... Oh. There you go. And like this. And here we're going to have a little bit of a problem. No, we're not. We can place it. So I placed something wrong. And now it's going to be a little bit weird getting back in. All right. There you go. And just 2 little blocks like this. We're going to use, not the spruce wood. There you go, the dark oak. Because the dark oak is like, for me, is my cheapest block. Because there's a dark oak forest over there. So anytime I want more, it's easy to go. It's easy to go outside over there and just collect more dark oak wood. So if I want to make these, what wooden trapdoors, that is definitely what I'm using. Okay. There you go. Hey! There you go. And, dang it. And then I make the way all around to go remove the blocks I gotta remove. This one. And this one. Oh, no, I forgot one lattice over there. No. I don't know why I call it a lattice. It's not technically a lattice. It is a trapdoor. But there you go. I just wanted to show you a little bit of the building process, because sometimes, well, like people wonder, like, how do you build? Like, usually it happens so often that I just skip the building and go straight to showing off what I've done. And that's because I tend to build a little bit silently or just make goofy sounds as I build. Okay. Oh, phew. Yeah, I missed it. Dang it. Remove this one. Wonderful. Okay. We'll just... I'm no longer water bucket, and I just take the fall damage. Maybe I should have, like, feather falling boots or something. But that's just my reality now. But yeah, and maybe if I can, I don't know if I'll be able to, but if I can put flower pots there or something, That'd be really good. Or maybe light blocks like torches. I can put torches there and have lighting for now. I don't know. I would have put redstone lamps, but unfortunately there isn't going to be anywhere where I can put the switch to keep them lit. So no redstone lamps. Okay. All right. I'll do more, and then I'll see you back later. It is possible. Like, I don't know how much I've recorded now. Oh, by the way, there you go. You've got Mad Satyrs' house there. You look at the little curving roof over there. You're going to have to look at his video because the roof is a very complicated thing that you might have seen. I've built that type of thing only like this. Basically, the staircase is leading to the Shatterheart Theater in season 1 of Shatterheart. But yeah, it's a complicated roof. So you're gonna have to check out his video and see how he did it or how he came up with it. All right,